Hey guys, I'm so excited for today's video because it is one of my favourite indie brands, Cosmic Brushes, bringing out not one, but two new palettes. And I have them here. We're going to swatch them, we're going to play with them, we're going to see close-ups, and I'm going to be sticking them on my eyeballs, so grab a drink, let's get into it. Now, Cosmic Brushes have very kindly sent me their two new palettes in PR, and I'm so grateful because Cosmic Brushes are one of my favourite UK indie brands, or just favourite brands, hands down, full stop. And they have brought out two new 20 pan palettes, and they are more neutral leaning for you neutral lovers out there. However, having said that, when I opened these palettes and saw them for the first time, I gasped because I am a colour lover and this is my type of neutral palette. I think this type of neutral palette will please everybody. So we do have Cooltrals, that is the first one I'm going to talk about, and like I say, it's a 20 pan, same packaging as usual. We've got the rounded sides, the cardboard packaging. It is their sort of trademark shape, and look at this colour story. Cool neutrals that look like this. I am about that. And the other one is Nudetrals. Like, I like the play on words, I like the name, I think it's cute. Again, same type of packaging, and inside another gorgeous 20 pan colour story. And this one is on the warmer side. Now, I'm not currently sure as I'm filming this what the prices of these palettes are going to be, but as soon as I know that, I will put that in the description box. These are going to be launching on the 21st of June, 6 PM UK time. I will of course link Cosmic Brushes' website and Instagram down below if you want to check them out. They are one of my favourite indie brands for a reason. I love their formula. I love their colour stories. I love their price point. They are consistently good in every single way. And I loved them a long time before they ever knew who I was. Let me tell you now, I've been singing their praises since I first discovered the palette. Which was the first palette that I tried from them? Was it Serenity? I can't even remember now, it feels too long ago, but I do have quite a few videos on my channel of other Cosmic Brushes palettes if you want to check those out, and I do have an affiliated code if you want to save some pennies when you're shopping on their website. Now, because that is affiliated, I will earn a small commission, so if you do use that, thank you so much, it really does help my channel. So of course, because we've got two palettes, I am going to be doing two looks for you, and I think today I'm going to do this one first. If you're interested in the other one, you can skip along through the video if you're only interested in the Cooltrals. Personally, I just like to see people using all sorts of palettes even if I'm not going to pick them up, but maybe that's just me. Can you tell I'm excited? I'm just a little bit talkative and it's a little bit fast, and it's because I'm excited, and it's because this is one of my favourite ever videos to film when Cosmic Brushes bring out a new palette. I just know I'm going to have a great time. Just from looking at this palette, I can tell it's got two really strong shifty multi-chrome shades in this. I haven't actually swatched this as I'm filming this part of the video, but yeah, I can definitely tell Desire is like an orangey gold greeny kind of tone, and then Lux is also like a limey to a champagne-y to a pinky. I love the multi-chromes that Cosmic Brushes do, and I'm excited to get this on my eyeballs. And despite this being a neutral palette, because typically when I think of a neutral palette I think of boring, this is not boring. This is delicious. It's interesting, and the different tones that lean different ways. You've got sort of a greeny leaning neutral here, a more yellowy leaning neutral, and a pinky tone. I think the colour stories are always done so well, but especially in these neutral palettes. I really need to stop waffling on and actually prime my eyelids, that would be a good idea. I am just using the Alter Ego eye primer because I'm actually running out of my Natasha Denona eye base, which is usually my favourite one to use. So looking at the Neutrals palette, we do have depth, we have midtones, we have light shades, we have different shimmer formulas and textures, and it all just looks amazing. But I don't really know which way I want to go with this one. Do we go more pinky or more orangey? Or more greeny? See, it's got options. Okay, I think I have a plan. I'm going to start out with Classy toward the outer corner, which is this gorgeous warm brown shade here. And I've tried a lot of eyeshadow, and I just want to say I've never come across a dud shade from Cosmic Brushes. Like, it's just a reliably good formula, and it's pigmented and blendable, and I'm assuming that this is going to be the exact same formula as previously used. Going on just like I thought it would. Beautiful. The mattes are just exquisite quality. It's actually a pleasure to use Cosmic Brushes palettes when I'm not filming, or if I'm even just doing a live or I want to create a look. 9 times out of 10 I'm using a Cosmic Brushes palette because, like I say, their formula and the colour stories are just consistently good, and they're not a high-end brand. I'm like, I've got some really expensive palettes in my collection, and I just prefer this formula over all of them. That shade is absolutely delicious. Then I think I want to go into a little bit of Icon, which is the mustardy shade, because I can't not. I love a shade like that. Like, look how much that picks up on a brush, and this is one of the Cosmic Brushes brushes. I think they are the faux natural brushes. I can't actually remember, but I will link them down below. These are fantastic. I actually need to pick up a second set. Oh yeah, that is the type of neutral that I am about. Like, look at that gorgeous mustard. And I think I am going to take a little bit of the shade Bear, which is a really pale brown, just to tickle on the very edges of what we've got going on, just to make sure it's nice and seamless and blended. And then, just because I want to test as many shades as possible in this palette, I think I want to go into a little bit of the greeny leaning shade, which is called Gentle, and it's this one here. I just want to stamp that on the lower lash line. Oh yeah, I'm about these neutrals. There we go, just a hint of green, and I'm really enjoying that. Now I think for the shimmers, what I want to do is maybe go from Glitz into Desire, which is the multi-chrome. Like, look at that, that will go so nicely with this look. Oh, it's so special. Or should I go from this one? Oh, that's Luxe, and it's also the other multi-chrome. Am I being a bit multi-chrome greedy? Maybe just a little. So I think firstly what I'm going to do is just pick Desire up on my finger, because I feel like that's how I like to apply most multi-chromes. I just feel like they work so much better that way. So I'm just going to start applying that to the lid very carefully and little by little, because I don't want it to run away with me, which sometimes it can. And the bigger surface that you put a multi-chrome over, especially a curved one like an eyelid, the more you will see the shift of the multi-chrome. I'm not sure how much you're going to see it on my eyelids because I've got all the studio lights in front of me, but when I actually go out later, hopefully you'll be able to see the shift. Well, not you personally, because you're not going to be with me. Then going into a little bit of Luxe, and I have taken that on a brush, and I'm just going to start applying that near the inner corner, and it does look more of a toppery shade, which is exactly what I want for near that inner corner. Oh, yeah. I'm sorry, but I absolutely love how this has come together. This is looking like neutral heaven. Let me finish up this look and I'll come back and show you how it is. So guys, this is the completed look. I did change out the lip. I did put on some Odin's Eye and Angelica Nyqvist lip gloss, and it is in Quicksand. I'm not sure if you can still get hold of this, but I just thought it would match the look really, really well. And I stuck on some dramatic lashes. What can I say? They are from Plouise. Everything that I'm using in this video should be linked down below. Let me know what you think to this look. I actually love it. I didn't know how it was going to come out with the shades that I was going to be choosing, but Like I say, when I opened the palettes and I knew that there was going to be neutral, I did gasp because I was just like, wow, this is my type of neutral. Like that mustard, the green that's underneath, the multi-chrome, this is what I am about. It was all easy to work with. The formula is exactly as I know it to be from Cosmic Brushes. It's exactly what I love to work with. It's buildable, it's pigmented, it's blendable. It is just delicious. I could go on about this palette for a long time, but I'm not going to. We're going to move on to look number 2 with the Cooltrals palette. So guys, it's time for look number 2 with the Cooltrals palette. If I do look a little bit different, I did put some fake tan on last night, so that'll be why. But I have swatched these palettes out now and wow. Just wow, what are we going to do with this one? I'm thinking maybe a cut crease would be a good idea. I haven't done one in a little while. Maybe some water activated liner, that type of thing. And I'm thinking I might start out with more of the cool tone purpley blues and then go into more of the warmer tones towards the inner corner. That's kind of a plan. So I'm not going to be really bothered what is going on the lid because like I say, I'm going to do a cut crease. But I think the shade that I want to start out with is... I'll go for Intuition, which is this one down here. And I'm just going to start by pressing that in just above the fold of my eye. That is a beautiful shade. Now that I've pressed that shade in, I haven't blended it yet, but I am just going to go around it and gently start to blend with the shade Attract, which is this one. And it is more of a pastel-y shade, so it may cover up what is already down, but that's okay because I'm going to go back and forth between the two shades. I'm just going to start pressing it on around the edge. And although these are sort of purpley leaning tones, depending on what undertone you've got, it might pull a little bit more grey on you or a little bit more bluey. Just depends. Then I'll go back in with a little bit of Intuition just to make sure I'm not losing that shade, and then I can blend it out nicely into that lighter shade that we just put down. Then I think I'm going to go into a little bit of the shade Midnight, which is a gorgeous deep navy blue. And I'm just going to use this to deepen up the outer corner. And it might actually make these shades pull a little bit more blue on my eye, being next to this Midnight shade. Now you see, I feel like that pulls a lot more blue now that is down. And then I want to go into, I think I'm going to go into the shade Grounded next. And I'm just going to start to press that in, leading toward the inner corner a little bit. Then I think I want to take the shade Crave, which is this gorgeous one here. This is one of my favourite shades in this palette. I love a pastel tone like that. Just to blend out that previous shade a little bit, but of course I will be going in with the cut crease. Packing that shade on as well looks super cute. And I'm forgetting to drink my coffee. Why am I always forgetting? And then I'm just going to continue that Crave shade down onto the lower lash line because, like I say, that's one of my favourite shades in this palette. So I want more of it, obviously. And then just continuing around with those bluey tones on the lower lash line to meet up with that. Kind of the same as what we did on the top. So colour lovers, if you were afraid that these palettes would be too neutral for you, I'd just like to show you that I've used the colourful shades. And would you say that this was from a neutral palette? It's good to know that it can be colourful. Wow, it's been a little while since I've done a cut crease. That wasn't the easiest, and of course nobody's eyes are perfectly symmetrical, so I've done my best. But here we are. I'm going to start using that Crave shade again just on the front portion of this cut crease because, like I say, I want that to be a feature. It is such a beautiful shade. And I do quite like a matte inner corner, so that works well. Okay, now we have options, and all of the options are beautiful. When I was swatching this palette out, I was just in awe, especially of the shimmers. Should we look at Reveal? Oh, okay, that could be a really good option. What about Tempting? I'm sure you are tempting. Yes, I was right. Gravitate. Ooh, ooh, ooh. And maybe Secret. Oh, I like Secret as well. You see what I mean? Too many options, they're all beautiful. Okay, because I want to keep it quite light toward the front portion of the cut crease, I think I am going to go into Reveal, which is this one down here. It looks a beautiful shifty shade and I'm excited. Now I have sprayed it just to minimise fallout, and I'm just going to pop that on next to that pastel. Oh, is she pretty? I think then I want to go into a little bit of the shade Secret, which is this one here, and then maybe a little bit of Gravitate, because that is an insane multi-chrome. So going into Secret next, just going to plop that on. Do I want all the shimmers? Am I being a bit shimmer greedy? Yes, but when you've got these beauties to pick from, can you blame me? Do you know, I might save Gravitate for another look because I feel like that multi-chrome needs its own time to shine. I think instead what I'm going to do, just to match up the purple and the deep blue, is to go into the shade Tempting, which is this one here. And I'll just sandwich that. It's not going to be a big feature, it's just... I love them all. Okay guys, I think that's going to be more or less it for the eyeshadow, so I'm going to jump off. I'm going to try and play with some water activated liner, there may be gems involved, and then we'll come back and see the finished look. So guys, this is a finished look number 2, and you've guessed it, I absolutely love the way that this has turned out. It is so much more colourful than I thought I was going to be able to go with this palette, so that makes me very, very happy. Don't be fooled though, you can go very, very neutral with this. I just purposefully picked the shades that weren't leaning as neutral. Their formula is just hands down one of my favourites in my collection, and if I hadn't have received these palettes in PR, I would 1,000,000% have been rushing to pick them up as soon as the launch is happening. Don't forget they are launching on the 21st of June, and oh, actually, do they have the prices up now? Let's see. So they are actually going to be £28 each, which I think is fantastic for the quality that you are getting. I'm not sure if there's going to be a bundle that's slightly cheaper if you can pick them up together. I don't know that yet, but everything I do know should be down in the description box. Let me know, are you interested in picking either of these up? And please do let me know which of the 2 looks that you prefer that I did. And don't forget, if you do want to pick up any of these palettes or anything from Cosmic Brushes at all, I do have my affiliated code, which is just Kerry K. Thank you so much if you do use that code. I do earn a small commission and it means the world to my channel. I'm not shocked. I knew I was going to love these. I absolutely knew if it was going to be the same type of formula and quality that I'm used to, that these were going to be hands down my favourite neutral palettes in my collection. And I was right. These are insanely beautiful colour stories. We have in both of them, we've got depth, light tones, a little bit more interest than just your typical neutral shades. We even have a black with sparkle in this one. We've got multi-chromes. The mattes are just a dream to work with, a blenderful. They're blenderful. They're wonderfully blendable. Wow, did I just make a new word? Did this word already exist? Am I crazy? And this one, I can't tell you what my favourite one is out of the 2, because actually looking at this look, I love it, especially that inner corner matte, but I don't know, there's something about this one because it's so yellowy, greeny, yellow ochre-y type of goodness. I think if I had to say my favourite palette, it would be this one out of the 2. I think these palettes are definitely going to please a lot of people. I think if you're a colour lover, you're going to love these. And I think if you're a neutral lover, you're also going to love these. It's sort of that beautiful in-between balance with Cosmic Brushes' amazing aesthetics for their colour stories, with the amazing quality that they've got in really cute packaging at an affordable price. And I can't rave about these enough. I will of course do more videos on them if you want me to. Please do let me know what you would like to see. I could do a video combining the 2. I just love Cosmic Brushes palettes. I could even do a palette bingo with all of my Cosmic Brushes palettes. Now there's an idea. Like I say guys, please let me know your thoughts. Are you picking anything up from the brand? Have you ever tried the brand before? If you haven't, where have you been? They're amazing. I will of course link down below all of the products that I've used in this video, as well as my socials and my YouTube membership and my Patreon group. Thank you so much for watching guys, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. Bye!